Hi there everyone, and welcome to my Firebird Silverbird collection video. Now I've got quite a lot to get through, so I'm not going to hesitate. Now I did record this collection video at my lockup recently. Unfortunately every game that I showed were out of focus. It was unusable, so I'm recording this on the morning before I go to work. So like I said, I've got a lot to get through and I've got limited time to get through it. But anyway, there is some new additions in here to what I've shown you in my past videos, and I believe, if I've done my research correctly, I am now just 2 titles away from a full set for the Commodore 64. Now, there is, in the video that I did where I pointed out what games were available and what weren't, there is still a question mark over 1 or 2, purely because there's nothing you can find on the internet. So there is still a possibility that there is more than 2 titles to get the full set. But with having nothing whatsoever, cross-check against, then I'm classing them as not part of the collection. Anyway, let's get started, and I do apologise about the lighting. As you've known from my early videos, the lighting in this room is terrible. Anyway, they're in alphabetical order, and the first one is under the Pneumatics. It's the only one under the Pneumatics, and it's a compilation actually. It's called 1, 2, 3, and it contains Bmx Kids, Ninja Master, and Rock and Wrestle. That is the first one. So on to A's. We have American Road Race, and this one is on the label with the purple and black stripes. There is cover variants and different designs. For some reason this one was priced at $1.99. You'll see as we go along. Next we've got Untitled. This one is a re-release from the full price release at Untitled. I can't remember who it was by, but it was a well-known game. Again on the black and purple stripes design. Next we've got Arcade Classics, which is a compilation of old, as it says, arcade classics: Space Invaders, Snakes, Asteroids and Space Wars. One particular thing to note about this game is, even though the little mini games are quite decent for a short amount of time, is the Robobird soundtrack. Absolutely brilliant. It's got a really rock feel to it. Now we're on to B's. Another re-release. This is Back to the Future. This is just on the normal Firebird design. Next we've got Beach Buggy Simulator, and as Witchfinder pointed out in one of his videos, I think Firebird started using the simulator tag, to compete against Codemasters, who were famous for using simulator in their games, even though most of the time they weren't really simulators. This one, I'm not sure if I showed this one in the recent pickups, but it's in absolutely beautiful condition. This is Beam Rider. I think I did actually. I thought it was like a Tron type of game with just lines, but I think it's more of a shooter. Things come down the screen on the lines, and you just have to shoot them. If you like a really simplified version of Tempest, it's probably the best thing I can describe it against. The artwork on some of these, the normal Firebird label releases, the design are really nice. Next we have Biggles. I believe this was a re-release. Again, it's, in fact, do you know what, thinking about it now, it's just occurred to me that perhaps the ones with the black and purple stripes are possibly re-releases. The normal designs and more likely the Firebird's own game, you know, it's been created for this label perhaps, because I've just looked now and all the ones that, I could be wrong actually. I'm clutching at straws here, I think. No, I might be wrong, I don't know. Anyway, that's Biggles. Staying on B, this is Bmx Kids. Even though the characters look more like grown-ups rather than kids. Back in the day, BMXs were popular, so there were a lot of BMX kind of games. This one is Booty. Now I've got this twice and I'll show you the next one in a second. This is the old style of casing. It's I know Witchfinder don't like them. I don't think he's collecting these kind of cases designs, but they were very simplistic. The big Firebird logo, a silver finish to them, silver and white finish, and a big screenshot in the middle. I'll show you the later version, the different design, and there you can see it is a nicer cover, I must admit, with some nice artwork, and that's Booty. Great platformer, early platformer, quite difficult but still good. Next we're staying on B, last of the B's is Brainstorm. This is a fairly recent pickup, and I believe it is some kind of puzzle game. Brainstorm. So now on to C's. This one is a very recent pickup. It's Cauldron. This is a re-release. I believe the original one was by Palace Software. One of the titles that I'm missing, one of the two titles that I'm missing, is a sequel to this, Cauldron 2. It's funny because I remember seeing it, and I remember seeing it a lot, but lately I just cannot find it. Cauldron 2 anyway, that is. This one is Cauldron, and this actually took quite a bit of finding too. I got this from a site called Retro Cabin, which was suggested to me by Mr. Bad's Games, Paul from Mr. Bad's Games, and he's actually passed on a game to me, a Firebird game, and I'll show you that later. So on to C. This one is a two cover design. This is the old style. This is Caverns of Ereban. This is the old design. I mean, I know most of the games give you screenshots on the back, but at least these old designs give you a nice big screenshot to look at and see what to expect from the game. It doesn't, obviously, it's not going to give you any idea of how it plays and if it's any good, but certainly aesthetics, it's going to give you an indication. And that's Caverns of Ereban. The old style, this is the new style. Again, lovely artwork, and it is, I imagine it to be similar to Thrust, where you're controlling a spaceship. There's probably gravity, physics involved, and you have to make your way through the caverns. Staying on C, we've got Cheapskate. This is on the black and purple label design. I've no idea what kind of game this is. Witchfinder 1976. Please check out his YouTube channel. He is actually any games he gets, he's reviewing them. He's playing them, reviewing them, and they're really good videos. Really good videos to watch if you're an avid collector of that, the Silverbird range like me. Then they are a must see. So next we've got Chicken Chase. Now, yeah, I've got this game as part of the collection, but there is actually two more. I believe there is anyway. I believe there's two more cover variants of this. One with a more up-to-date design, and one in the clamshell design, which I'll show you at the end of the video. I haven't got this game in the other two variants as yet, but I have got 3 other games in the clamshell variants. That's Chicken Chase. Another old one is Circus. Game, you know, showing you a lovely big screenshot showing you what the game looks like. A lot of these I have not played at all. Staying on sea, we've got Cold Hunter. It's not sure what kind of game that is. I don't know if the camera's focusing on that. Cold Hunter. This one has 2 variants and I've yet to get the other variant. This is Collapse. Though the other variant actually does not say Firebird on it. So, but it does have a similar design to Firebird, so I don't know if it is actually part of the official budget, the Silverbird range if you like. But that's Collapse with a falling there. Still on sea, we've got Combat Crazy. Quite simplistic artwork on that one. It's obviously by a different artist. This one was popular back in the day. It's an isometric platformer, and you know, along the lines of Head Over Heels, Alienate, those kind of games, but a budget release. This one has 2 cover designs, and I'll show you the more modern one, which is that. Very nice looking robot on the front there. So on to D, we've got Decathlon. I'm only going off which Finders, I do believe he said that this is a re-release. I can't remember. The only Decathlon game I remember is the Daley Thompson's Decathlon games, so I've never played this one. Staying on D, we've got a shoot 'em up. This is Denarius. And originally when I bought this I did get confused with there was another popular shoot 'em up that, anyway, I got mixed up. I thought this was one of the really popular and collectible titles. I mean, it's not. I got mixed up. Anyway, that's Denarius. This is a re-release, and this is a platform game. This is Dynamite Dan. Dynamite Dan were a really good platformer. It was very popular in its time. Now on to Ease, and this one is Estra. Don't believe this has a modern cover version, modern cover variant. Next we've got European Five-A-Side. I think Witchfinder reviewed this. Don't think he favoured it too well. As you would imagine, from budget games, you know, especially sports titles, they didn't really put too much time and effort into creating them. Most of the time they were just released really to cash in on maybe current trends or popular franchises of titles. This one is Exodus. This looks a very early game. Very simple design, basic design. On to F. First one is Fighter Pilot. Again, no idea what. Oh yeah. This is the one. It tries to be a simulator, but I mean, the looks of the screenshots, you've got grass landscape, green landscape, and a blue sky, and that's it. There's probably some wireframe planes, you know, enemy fighter jets, but I can't see it being very, very good, to be honest. That's Fighter Pilot. Next, I absolutely love this game when this was released, and for a $1.99 game, it's not a bad game. However, there's a rumour. It's well known that this is probably incompletable. It's, you know, you can't complete it. You go through the main platform levels and you come to this like lab section. It's just a still screen platform, and nobody knows what to do. As I say, people believe that this game cannot be completed. because nobody knows what to do on the level. People have tried and tried all different you know, things, and nobody seems to have an answer. So yeah, it's a shame, because I mean, I used to love this game, and I was saying, I got to the lab section and just didn't know what to do. Geez, now this is Galaxy Birds, and obviously this is a cover of other games, you know, like Galaxians and those kind of Space Invader type shoot 'em up games. That's Galaxy Birds. Trying not to catch the diffuser light. Jerry the Germ goes body popping. It's funny because I've only really just realised that it's got a subtitle. I've never ever known it anything other than just Jerry the Germ, and recently I think I looked on an eBay listing and somebody actually put Jerry the Germ goes body popping, and I'm like, oh, is that a sequel? Is that a sequel to Jerry the Germ? But no, it's proper title, and I've never known that. Never known it. Jerry the Germ goes body popping. No idea how it plays. Next, now this does have a covered variant, but I don't have the newer design, and this is Go Go the Ghost. I remember playing this when I was a kid. Many hours on this game. It'll be like any other budget game, hard as hell. But yeah, put some hours into this, me and my mate. Go Go the Ghost. So next we've got Graphic Editor. It's more of a utility really. It's just a simple sprite design game. It's a game. Sprite design piece of software. Don't know what use it would have been, whether, you know, bedroom programmers would have used it to help design the graphics or the games. Next we've got another shoot 'em up, and this is Gunstar. Again, lovely artwork on the cover. Game looks a bit simplistic in its design. Looks more probably just ported from the Spectrum version. Onto H, and we've got Harvey Headbanger, Humpty Dumpty looking character. No idea. I don't know if you mix cocktails together. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't played most of these games. I just like collecting them. On the basic design, the first kind of design is Headache. Another platforming game inside somebody's head. Now this is probably the best game on the Silverbird range, and it's Hero, and it's an absolutely brilliant game. I really do like it, and to be honest, it was ported across many formats, 8-bit formats, and I don't think there's a bad one amongst them, to be honest. It's a really good game. Basically you have to get from the top of these caverns to the bottom. You've got bombs to blow up walls, you've got a laser, there's enemies to avoid obviously, but yeah, really good platformer. Next we've got Hopper Copper. It's some guy on one of those space hoppers. They would make games out of anything, literally anything in those days. Now this is a different design again. This is Hyper Blob, and this is on the Firebird $2.99 range, so it's still budget title. And although it doesn't say anything about the Silverbird range, I still included these. They're still part of the budget range, and this is Hyper Blob. There's only a couple of these in this kind of design, so but yeah, that's Hyper Blob. This is Eyeball. Witchfinder reviewed this recently. Again, not favouring it really, and to be honest, it's it's one of those games where the soundtrack is better than the game. Again, it's a Robberwood track, contains a little bit of speech in the music. But yeah, it's kind of a shoot 'em up, but it can be quite tricky and a bit unforgiving. Regardless, they released Eyeball 2, and I don't know if I've played this, in all honesty. Don't know what the difference is between what updates there is. Still very similar looking, screenshot wise, but I'm sure they added a few more elements into it. And then lastly on I is International Speedway with the motorbikes. So it's a racing game. The screenshots are a bit dark. Again, I've never played this. This is on the black and purple label. Right, on to M. This is Madness. All these unruly little babies crawling out of the cot. Yeah, it's a platformer. There were a lot of platform games back in the 8-bit days. You know, a lot of them were good. This is Mermaid Madness. Probably somebody. I think I heard somebody say it's the 8-bit version of Echo the Dolphin, but with a mermaid. You could be quite right actually. It's side view one, and you have to explore the depths of the sea and shipwrecks and what have you. And staying on M, again this is more of a utility than a game. This is Makarov Rhythm with this zombie looking drummer. Yeah, basically create drum loops. It's as simple as that, or as basic as that I should say. It did warrant a sequel, so somebody must have liked it. And this is Makarov Rhythm Plus. Don't know much about this other than by judging by the design, the cover design. It looks like there's more instruments and vocals, but that's probably speech samples to use, as well as you know, rather than just having drums, you've got a variety of instruments. So next we've got Mr. Wino. Being on the wine a bit too much there, he's looking a bit drunk. It's a platformer. Don't know too much about that game. An old game again, a platformer. Mr. Freeze. Very basic looking graphics. Like I said, this was one of the early releases. So we're on to N. Ninja Scooter Simulator. And this is something I didn't know, and again it's purely through watching Witchfinder's 1976's video. He reviewed this game, and you know, it's quite deceiving because you've got the ninja on a scooter and you think, well, you know, that's absolutely crazy. Some people have likened it to Metro Cross, but Witchfinder says it's not really a Metro Cross clone. Although the screenshots do look a little bit like it. I don't think they're the Commodore graphics though, because I don't think they were that checker floor on the C64. Probably Amstrad version that. Anyway, Ninja Scooter Simulator. And staying with ninjas, we've got Ninja Master. You can find this anywhere on eBay, not a problem. If you want to start your Silverbird collection, start with this game. So on to O, and this is a new purchase, and this is Oh No, and Witchfinder gave this a pretty decent review actually. It's actually by Sensible Software, if you remember Sensible Software. So yeah, it's probably is a decent game. Quite basic looking, but I know Witchfinder did give it a decent review. Next we've got On-Field Football, obviously American football. Don't really need to say much about that. So next we've got On-Court Tennis, and It looks alright actually for a budget tennis game. How it plays, I've no idea. But yeah, it does look alright. And then lastly on the O's is another platformer, but this is really good platformer actually. Well, it was on the Spectrum, so I don't think I've played the Commodore 64 version. It's Ollie and Lisa. So on to P, and we've got Park Patrol. Now, this must be an okay game because it's actually part of the Zap 64's top 100 games of all time. So, yeah, I'm not sure how it plays. It looks a similar kind of game to like tubing maybe, but on a sideways scrolling plane rather than you know, coming down the screen. I might be completely wrong, but that's just what it appears to look like to me. Park Patrol. Next we've got Pasteman Pat, and this is on the purple and black label, and earlier I mentioned that perhaps the re-releases are on these purple and black labels, but I can't remember ever hearing about this one before, you know, on anything other than the Firebird label, the Silverbird label. Pasteman Pat. Not sure about that one. And next we've got Peter Packrat. Probably quite a fun game, although the screenshots are very monochromatic. Again, it's probably just ported straight from the Spectrum version rather than giving its own Commodore identity. Peter Packrat. This is very recent, and we got this the other day. It's in beautiful condition. It's Pitfall. Obviously this is a re-release. A lot of these Silverbird releases were re-releases of Activision games, and this is one of them. This is Pitfall. Everybody knows Pitfall, and its sequel, Pitfall 2. Next we've got Pneumatic Hammers. He's about to get squished. And those big hammers. No idea what the game plays like. And next we've got Pogo Stick Olympics. Absolutely crazy title. It's a crazy game. You're on a pogo and you've got to pop balloons. I have seen gameplay of this. It looks basic, and to be honest, it from what I've seen, it plays poorly. So next we've got Prodigy. Nothing to do with the band. There's some kind of baby in a spacesuit. What a baby's doing in a spacesuit, I've no idea, but it's an isometric platformer. Next we've got Raging Beast. Obviously a Matador kind of game. I'm not sure whether you'll play the Matador or the Bull. I hope you'll play the Bull, and you can and you can charge at the Matadors. That'd be much more fun. That's Raging Beast. Next we've got Rainbow Dragon. Nice colourful artwork there. And not sure about the games. There's two screenshots and they look pretty similar apart from the colours. And next we've got Realm. Again, know nothing about this game. This is a recent purchase as well, Realm. I've actually seen this many times throughout all my time collecting these Silverbird games, and I always thought I had it, and recently I'd looked and I'm like, no, I haven't got it. But it's easy to find. You know, it's not a rare game, so easy to come across and buy. Staying with R, we've got Ricochet. and as you can tell, it's one of those break the wall kind of games, Arkanoid crack out style game. Now in my recent video where I try and point out what games are available on the Silverbird, I did actually say that River Raid wasn't available, and that I was just going off the research that I was doing online, and I did put some titles correcting myself, but it is available. As you can see, I've got it here, Commodore 64 River Raid. And then lastly on R is Rock and Wrestle. Yep, it's a wrestling game on the Commodore 64. So on to S. Next we've got Seabase Delta, and I believe this is an adventure game, a graphic adventure game. So that would appeal to me if it is. I do like my adventure games. Next we've got, I think this is a shoot 'em up, is Scorpius. It can't have been much good because I've never really heard of it before. You know, I mean, against games such as R-Type, Armalite, Nemesis, Salamander and those kind of games. I've never heard of that before collecting these. Next we've got Scuba Kids. I do like to use the kids a lot, don't they? K-I-D-Z. Almost like it's cool to use that. So, game, an underwater adventure action game, probably platform game. So next we've got Slimy's Mine. Now I don't know if I've already come across this, but here we have another variant, and this is the black and yellow stripes. These are $2.99 releases. The purple and black stripes are $1.99 releases. This is Slimy's Mine. But yeah, even Witchfinder seems perplexed on why there's different colour of designs with the stripes. So don't know. If anybody knows, please let us know. This is Slimy's Mine. Platformer, as you can imagine. Next we've got Special Agent. Kind of Dick Tracy looking cover artwork there. Looks like a platformer. Quite a cartoony looking screenshot there compared to the front, which is a bit more serious looking. And here we've got Spiky Harold, the famous hedgehog before Sonic. Would you believe it's a platformer? Quite a decent platformer actually, Spiky Harold. It's worth a play if you've got it. Now then, this next one was a very generous gift from Paul of Mr. Bad's Games, and I got talking to him on WhatsApp, and he asked, "Have I got this?" I says, "No, I am." And it's a fantastic edition, so thank you very much, Paul. It is Star Slayer, and again it's on the black and yellow design. Lovely artwork, lovely. Does look like maybe a shooting platform kind of game, but yeah, that's fantastic, Paul. Thank you very much for that. You know, it's the alarm's going off. You know, it's very generous of him to donate this to me, towards my collection, and yeah, because to be honest, Star Slayer don't crop up very often, and it's an absolute godsend. Thank you, Paul. Star Slayer. Next we've got Street Warriors. It's it's a beat 'em up. I think it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and it will probably released, you know, to run alongside the current trend of these kind of games, vigilante Double Dragon, you know, those kind of games, Renegade. But I doubt it'd be that much good because it's something you don't hear about. Next we've got Stunt Bike Simulator. So again on the simulator tagline, yeah, it just looks like a side-scrolling jump over obstacles and dodge cars and what have you. So these next two are early releases, as you can tell by the cover design. This is Subsunk, and this is an adventure game. So yeah, I would like to have a go at this at some point. It's just space. You know, it made me setting the Commodore up. I haven't got any space on my computer desk at the moment, so I'd have to take something out one of my PlayStations to put that in, and they are quite bulky, these 8-bit systems. Well, most of them were. Subsunk. And lastly on S is Super Rider, which I believe you just control an horse. You've got a side scrolling, you've got to jump over stuff and avoid stuff. So on to T. First we have the Halls of the Things, and nice artwork there. Very simplistic looking game. Don't know what you have to do on that, but yeah, it's very simplistic look. And it's, you know, you look back and you think, you know, you would have bought this on the strength of the cover, really. Some of these covers looked absolutely amazing and they just drew you in, you know. Oh wow, this looks exciting, which it does. And I mean, I know you've got screenshots on the back to have a look at, but imagine if you didn't look. It's probably a decent game, don't get me wrong, and never judge a book by its cover, but yeah. So next we've got The Happiest Days of Your Life. Now I thought this was probably some kind of Skull Days clone, but I'm not sure it is, to be honest. I think it's just a platformer. I suppose in the similar to like Everyone's a Wally and those kind of games. Herbert's Dummy Run, you know. Gremlin graphics were quite famous for making those kind of games. Next we've got The Prince, again, very nice artwork on that. The screenshots look alright, colourful enough, but I don't know what it plays like. Never played it. Next two games are beauties, really good games and very well worth the $1.99 that they would have been sold at back in the day. This one is Thrust, a gravity based game where you control the ship. It's hard to see in screenshots. You know, through cabins, and you have to pick up fuel, I think, and pods, and take them to your base, I think, at the top of the level. But yeah, the gravity aspect is really good and quite challenging. And needless to say, it got a sequel, Thrust 2. And now I've never cleaned this down, actually. I just realised a sticker at the top there. I'll have to clean that off. Yeah, more of the same really. Oh, another sticker. Thrust 2, really good games, the Thrust series, and equally great soundtrack. Rob Hubbard again. Next we've got Train Robbers, and again very nice out. It looks alright actually. Looks like there's different elements to the game, judging by the screenshots. That's Train Robbers. Then we've got Trojan Warrior on the black and purple design. Don't know if you you control is it Pegasus, the flying horse? I think it's a side-scrolling shooter. I'm not overly sure. I'm just going by the look of it. Trojan Warrior simulator game, Turbo Boat Simulator time. This one, yeah, control a turbo boat. Don't know how it plays, in all honesty. Turbo Boat Simulator. And last on the teas is Twinkie Goes Hiking. Now I have purposely left that sticker on. I like it when there's old computer shop stickers like that. Star Choice Software, $1.99. I mean, they couldn't really sold it at any other price really. It's considering it says silver $1.99 range. Twinkie Goes Hiking. I believe you're running up an hill, the hillside, jumping over obstacles and what have you. Purely speculation. Next we're on to You. This is one of the different cover designs of red, gold and black. Ubits Music. Again, I think it's more of a utility where it's you know, it's a music making software. Probably a little bit more in depth than Makarov Rhythm Plus. And next we've got UFO, and looks a really good game. That, if those are the Commodore graphics, that looks really nice. Really nice graphics for a budget label. Doesn't mean the game's any good, but it certainly looks nice. On to V. This is the only V title, and this is Video Classics. And again, it's more of a compilation, I think. Is it? No. Video. I thought it was a compilation of different arcade games, but it's just, well, it looks quite bland, really. Don't know about that one. I mean, the cover probably gives it an asteroids look. I'm guessing. Next, this is a very recent purchase, and this is the only other one in this kind of design, and this is Warcar's construction set. Yeah, I imagine you can construct your own levels. Warcar's construction set. Next we've got, and this is in the wrong case by the way, this is Warhawk. This is a really good shooter, a game with a fantastic Rob Hubbard soundtrack. As you can see, it's in the wrong case. These red cases are Firebird, but I think they are more for the old design. I do believe I have somewhere. Yeah, one of the last games actually is the old design, but it has got the proper red case. Anyway, this is Warhawk, and this is another very recent purchase. This is Willow pattern, and I am actually waiting on the other cover design, which is in the clamshell variant. So I'm hoping that comes through in the next few days. This is Willow pattern. Get that to focus. I'm not sure what kind of game that is, but it does look nice. It does look good, I must admit. So on to Zenji. This one that got a Zap Sizzler? Yeah, this got a Zap Sizzler. It is a puzzle game. And I have looked at the video on YouTube. Quite basic, but I reckon it's one of those typical puzzle games where it's not about the looks, it's how it plays, and I believe it looks quite addictive. Basically turning these discs to create the lines. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I've seen it on YouTube. Zenji. Next we've got Zolix. Not sure. Again, it looks very bland. Look at that, it's just blue monochromatic graphics. Yeah, I don't. They might be Spectrum screenshots. You never know with these old, old 8-bit games. They used to, for some reason, they used to put different system screenshots on, like the Spectrum screenshots on a Commodore game. They're just saving money, really. This one is a recent purchase, and this is Zone Ranger. Looks like a shooter, can't be sure. Zone Ranger. And then lastly, on Z is Zulu. This is nearly designed. This is what I mean about the red case. I do believe that is a proper case for them, the red case. I could be wrong, but I'm sure that that's what they were supposed to be in. Anyway, that's Zulu, and that looks like a platforming game. Now, like I said, the last three are in completely different cassette types. They're in clamshells. Like I said, I'm waiting on Willow pattern, but to start with, this one is Chimera. I believe Chimera had a normal cassette release as well. I'm looking into that at the moment because I'm not overly sure. These, yeah, clamshell, like a clam, came with a little instruction leaflet and the game inside. They're nice. They're nice. This one's in pretty decent condition. Chimera is an isometric platformer. But they do cause havoc with displaying them. They kind of break it up a little bit. This one is a recent purchase. I was a bit disappointed with the condition. I didn't really look properly on eBay. This is Microcosm. As you can see, there's pen marks. The edges are really, I mean, look at that, it's cracked. So I may even buy another one just to get it, to get a better condition one, because I'm not happy with that. But yeah, this is Microcosm, and it's a platforming game. And then lastly, another recent purchase. This one's not too bad. They must deteriorate pretty badly, these these casings. This is Thunderbirds. Again on the clamshell variety. Nothing seems to fit. The plastic's there. The edges are frayed. I mean, it's not as bad as the other one. At least there's no pen mark on this. But yeah, you get the idea. And that's Thunderbirds. And yeah, I'm 2 away from a full set, a full collection, and Cauldron 2, and a game called Mission Genocide. Yeah, and Mission Genocide is really hard to find. I have never seen it. I've never come across it. It's not even like I can think back and think, oh yeah, I remember seeing it on eBay once. Or never seen it. Retro Cavern, it's not on there. There must be more avenues I can take. There must be other websites. But as it stands, it's a no-go for Mission Genocide. I'm checking eBay every single day, and obviously now I know that there's other collectors. It's, I don't like to say it, but yeah, it is competition, and I'm to be honest, I think I'm quite lucky that I started collecting these as early as I did, because I've got a lot of these for £1 or £2. It's only recently the prices have started to jump. Witchfinder, he is finding some good bargains, and fair play to him, and I hope I can help him out in any way possible. He's been finding some really good bargains. But yeah, I think on eBay there is people trying it on. Oh, there is one more title to come. I have ordered it. Now, it was never officially released. It was converted, but it was never officially released. but a company called Cytronic have released it. It's called the Wild Bunch, and yeah, I've ordered that. It's not an official part of the Silverbird collection, but I still want it. I think it's in the Firebird packaging. It looks exactly like a Firebird game. So again, I'm waiting on that coming through. But yeah, I'm really excited about. I'm hoping to complete this set, and it's Mission Genocide that's causing the problems. Cauldron 2, I'm pretty sure I'll stumble across that at some point, and I have seen it loads of times. Just there's none on at the moment, but it is going to come up, I'm sure of it. Anyway, that is my Silverbird collection, and I hope you've enjoyed going through it with me. They look nice when they're all lined up together on shelves. It's a shame they're not more uniform, because you've got different cover designs, but you know it's how it goes. But yeah, they do look nice. Not as nice as its squads all uniform and my Bulldog software actually. I don't know if any of my newer viewers might not have seen one, but I did collect the Bulldog software range. We're another budget range. I think there's 9 titles. It's pretty easy collection to get. You might have to pay a little bit for some titles, £10 maybe a little bit more, but yeah, 9 titles, that's all that's in the collection. But yeah, I have got a video of it in an earlier video, so if you're interested in that Bulldog software collection, please go back and check it out. Anyway, I'm rambling and it's nearly time for work, so I'm going to have to wrap up and say thank you for watching, everybody, and until next time, see you later.